Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Aries only, where I channel messages for Aries only. Today we are doing a pretty in-depth reading on your week ahead. I felt very compelled to get a lot of different decks and to look into a lot of different things. So I feel like this is going to be an important week. So I'm super excited to get into this reading. I'm going to start with the crystal reading just to get a sense of hopefully your energy, so you know right off the bat if this is your reading or not. So let me fix my ring and let's go ahead. So this is like a seashell. It's like a honeycomb looking seashell, super cool, that I just collected on the beach. But it's reminding me of like a beehive, that texture, and I feel like I am thinking of bees and like being a busy bee, and them all working in the hive to produce the honey. So I feel like this is going to be an important week for you to really focus in on the little components that make up the whole picture of what you want to achieve in your life, is how I would say it. I feel like this is going to be a week of hard work, and this is not a week of necessarily planning. This is a week of putting in the work. I feel like if there is any planning, it's like a slapdash to-do list. Okay, I need to get this done and I have to do blah, 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 blah. It's this isn't sitting down, thinking things through, meditating on it. This is about taking that action. Not that we can't be thinking things through and meditating, during this week as well, but this is a week about putting your nose to the grindstone. So being a busy bee. So if there's a project you're working on, or if you feel like you've been ready to really tackle something like weight loss or starting a business or going back to school, starting to plan for your future, buy a house, it could be any number of things, then this is when you really lock in and start cultivating discipline for yourself. And it's about also looking at not only the components of a specific goal or project, but of your entire life as well. My eating habits, my exercise habits, my sleeping habits, my house and my environment, my, personal well-being, my financials, basically every aspect of life, and, keeping things across the board, maintained and in a good sustainable order is going to set you up for success so much more. So, okay, let's go ahead and start drawing cards if you resonated with that. All right, I'm just going to grab a bunch of oracle cards to start. Okay, so what is this week going to be like for the Aries that are watching? Okay, let's do that. What is this week going to be like? We have Carnelian. Yes, it's going to be a very action-oriented week. Maybe something with some creative projects or something, I feel, as well as Chrysicola. That's more about the throat chakra and things like that, and it has that honeycomb kind of imagery as well. Okay, I can't really pick this up, but okay, there we go, if you can see. So I feel like there is this sense of, but I feel like this is implying that there's some work that needs to be done to have it be that perfectly aligned uniform. You see how these are all kind of the same pattern, whereas this looks warped and I'm sorry, this looks a little warped. I feel like you could be paying attention to the substances that you're putting in your body. I don't know why that's reminding me of a liver or some fatty tissue. I mean, I feel like you could be starting to pay more attention to your health this week, kind of cleaning out the gunk, maybe doing some sort of cleanse, dietary cleanse or juice cleanse, or I don't know, you're just trying to cut out processed food. I don't know, there's some sort of feel like that where we're trying to be a little bit healthier and maybe be a little bit more active with the carnelian, and sort of cleaning up these certain areas are going to allow us to have that energy and feel good about ourselves and feel motivated to want to work on things that are going to better our life and better our situation. Love. Okay, I'm going to put this here for now and move this over here. Okay, So we also have the clear quartz on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this is, to me, implying like a sharp laser-like focus that we've maybe been lacking. We've, like it's saying, we've been letting things build up, clutter up. We've been just kind of indulging, binging, maybe doing a little bit of excess. So now we're kind of like reining things in a little bit and trying to get more serious about things. Okay, let's get some of these. What is this week ahead going to be like for Aries? The Aries watching that are resonating with this reading. What can they expect this week? Okay, let's just cut the deck. And what can the Aries expect this week, the Aries watching? We have a never-ending story. And what can the Aries watching expect this week? Let's just get it. What can the Aries watching expect this week? We have Treasure Island. Okay. So I feel like this week we're sort of, I'm so sorry. We're coming to this place where we're starting to look at things so much differently, things that have happened to us, things in our past. I feel like you guys watching are going to start reaching into the past and only like extracting like the good memories or like seeing the good of it. You're going to kind of put a new like filter on the past, and like the hue is going to change. Like almost like this looks like a little bit like depressing colors, and this looks so much more bright and vibrant. I feel like you're going to, and I feel like you could have spent a lot of time ruminating over the past in like a way like that the girl on this card kind of looks like, oh, why me? Like this looks like a representation of somebody very depressed, very heavy, weighed down by like sad emotions. And I feel that there's this sense now of looking on the past and like trying to find the good in it again with this Treasure Island. It's like seeking the beauty of the past and what it has taught you. Not even like only what it has taught you. I feel like it's not about what it has taught you. I think it's about trying to pick out things that you like and remember feelings that you had when you were like in those really good moments. And even if they were outweighed by the bad, like they were still there. Like, you know what I mean? There were a few, even if they were only like few and far between, like they were still there. So it's about like kind of wading through this like dark, murky waters and like getting to like Fiji or something, like, you know, like out of the swamp. Like we're in this crystal clear water, and we're just like, oh, remember like this beautiful vacation I had with my family, like what was the vibe I was feeling? And sort of I feel like trying to hone in on those feelings and recreate them, and trying to seek things out like presently that help you to recreate them, trying to have those feelings and like cultivate them more and sort of like align with them, and like it maybe even get into a more fun, younger kind of point of view of looking at the world. Not young like age-wise, but just like more youthful, joyous, I feel like the word would be. Just when like it's almost like your senses are like perking up and heightening, and you're like remembering a time when maybe you like weren't so jaded, or when you had like those sort of little oases of pleasure and fun and like really true love and joy, like even if it was from a friend, a family member, or like a past partner, whatever it was. I feel like it's about you really like connecting with those feelings again and changing the whole way that you look at the past. And just, I feel like this looks so heavy and this looks so light, and it's almost like I feel like your vibration is just gonna like ping up. It's like a lightness. That's why I feel like this is such an important week, because I feel like your whole vibration is changing, and like what you do in this week will sort of set the tone for what's going to be like aligning with you. So I feel like it's like really focus, like if you could just take 1 week to really pay attention to what you're doing and really like moving intentionally through your life and your day, like each moment, honestly, and really like try to stay busy. If you feel like doing something, like make sure you're getting your rest as well. Of course, I'm not saying to like stay up all night and like, you know, you got to pull these all-nighters. Like, definitely, like, try to, like, squeeze as much productivity in the time that you, like, allot yourself. Like, and try to really ground in on wherever you are and whatever you're doing. If you're at work, really, like, ground in on work. Don't, like, worry about whatever is going on or your to-do list. If you have ideas, jot them down, of course, just to get them out of your head. Be like, oh, I'll worry about it when I get out of work, or worry about it when I get home, or whatever, or when the time allows me to. But I feel like really grounding in to like what you're doing, and then that way when you do get home and you just like really focus and like, I have to do this and this and do it quickly, and then you have like free time and time to rest and relax. So really try to balance your time is something I'm getting. Okay, what else? Ooh, seahorse, watch and wait. I feel like, and we have transformation is beautiful. Again, I feel there's this sense of like, you watch and wait. Like, you're not going to believe like what changing your energy in this way. I like this little turquoise. Things just feel very light. Like, I just heard, like, when you could be kicking it in the Caribbean, like from Pulp Fiction. I don't know, but like, I feel like it's going to be the vibe of you like kicking it in the Caribbean. Like, it's just going to feel like that. Even like Fiji, like you could be planning a vacation. I feel like it's just going to be like a vacation though, like from your dark past, I almost want to say. And you're just going to feel, or the darkness of the past, whatever that may be. You're just going to kind of be like, like open to the universe. So let's talk about your money, honey. Like, what is the financial situation going to be? Let me just like position these. Okay, what is the financial situation going to be for my Aries watching? Let's see. Whoop, that missed. Okay, what's going on financially for Aries that we need to know for this upcoming week? What should they focus on in their finances? Okay, let's see. What is Aries? What should they focus on in their finances? Right there. We have Castle. It's time for healing, not war. So I feel like what I'm getting from that is that it's not necessarily a time for like going out, spending and making like crazy investments. So if that's, I feel like this is more so a time for like hunkering down maybe in your home with the whole castle energy. Yeah. And just kind of like being open to things and like, it's like doing small little things. Again, like we were talking about, I feel like you're having like a lot of discipline right now, and really like we were talking about being intentional with everything you're doing. So if we're talking about money, it's time for healing, not war. If there's something with your finances that does need to be healed, adjusted, looked at, like something like that, I feel like now is the time to do that. With the war, it's difficult to know what that is implying, like when it's related to your finances, but I guess if you're in some sort of like a legal battle or something like that, or almost like with war, I'm getting like the energy of rebellion. So, if you have some bad financial habits that are like a coping mechanism, like employing discipline, I feel like that discipline is coming into play here, where we're like, okay, like if you're prone to online shopping, maybe just like take a rest with that for a minute and like almost like look around and see what you have and like start to appreciate the value of what you already have instead of always trying to like look outside to like buy something new. I feel like you're coming to this place with this treasure island where I know this is going to be corny, but like you're kind of finding that treasure within yourself and your past experiences and realizing that like those are the moments that really made you feel the most fulfilled and have the most self-worth. And I feel like there's something with your money where you're realizing like maybe trying to buy so much stuff or be a little flashy was sort of filling a hole or filling a void. I think I'm actually going to move this. I'm going to put just out of the picture. I'm going to put this up here. Yeah, I feel like it's just like filling a void for you and like in some sort of a way. And it's almost like you don't need to fill it anymore. So it's going to be easier for you to start maybe like, you know, I just saw retreating back from spending so much money or from like some online shopping. It doesn't have to be like an addiction, but it could just be something like, ooh, let me just like spend my money instead of like investing it. You know what I mean? Did I say spend my money? I meant save my money. No, spend and then investing. But it's about like having money for like we were talking about building a future, saving for retirement and things like that. So, okay, moving on to your love life. What else? What is going to be the theme here for what can Aries expect regarding their love life this week? Okay, for the Aries that are resonating with this reading. Let's see. Oh, that one. We have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And I feel like this is the energy that you're shifting into. And I just like the vibe of this. This woman looks like she's just like really, like we were talking about like the sensual things. I don't know. Like it just looks like she has like these flowers around her. It almost looks like she's making an offering. So I feel like this is almost, it looks almost like religious to me if you were like, you know, going to church and like trying to like leave an offering for someone like or something. I don't know. But giving a tithe even. So it's almost like this feeling of like giving it to God, like letting, being like, you know what, like I think the universe wants me to be happy, and like kind of being like, here you go, and just staying optimistic like this said. And I feel like that's really tying in well with the overall theme I was getting with you guys shifting into this more positive energy. And so maybe something, she's also looking towards the left, which I always take as a representation of the past. So there could be something about maybe like looking back on your past relationships and your past connections that truly made you happy, and what was like the good that you, like what were the positive traits in this person that contributed to those good feelings? Like what was the positive like aspect of the dynamic between the two of you? Like what was the key to that? Did you have good communication? Did you know you could really trust this person? Did you, you know, like what were those components? And it kind of helps you to like realize again what you want to focus and look for and wait for, you know, instead of just like jumping the gun. And this is calling in your soulmate. So I feel like you got your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So I feel like you could be really open to meeting somebody. I feel like with this optimism and calling in your soulmate, I feel like trying to like, again, like reminisce on the past, on those situations that you truly felt like that kind of magical spark that we're kind of talking about over here, that treasury kind of a feeling, and really honing in on that and sort of trying to connect with that. So beautiful. I feel like staying positive will be very beneficial for you guys, which I know it's easier said than done. And I don't feel like it should be some fake positivity kind of a thing, but I think remembering the good times in love and then just realizing that there's always better. Like there's always better around the corner. Like you have to like, instead of thinking like all my good days are behind me kind of a feeling, be like my best days are like yet to come. Like kind of try to shift your mentality into something like that as well, you know, which could be very helpful. Like that could be like an affirmation that you could say, or just something you could kind of, when these thoughts, these intrusive kinds of thoughts come up that tell you like, no, like, you know, like the things we were just talking about, the best is in the past, or no one's ever going to love me, you know, just kind of having a simple, quick, like easy statement to kind of counteract that and neutralize it with can be very helpful. And that can be one, or the universe wants me to have love, or something like that, where you just like are like letting it go and be like, the universe knows what's best for me and whatever, like I'm just gonna live my life. So okay, what can the Aries expect this week? Let's just see like what's gonna happen this week. The energy Aries is going to be in. What is that energy? We have the 10 of Crystals, which says stability and attainment. And what are going to be the energies, emotions, and events of this week? The Page of Wands, Page of Acorns, discovery and enthusiasm. How is Aries going to feel this week? We have the Moon. And what is going to be like the outcome of this week? Oh, I just want one. Okay, what is going to be like the resolution of this week? How's Aries going to feel by the end of it? Okay, so we have the 5 of Crystals, which is the 5 of Pentacles, and it says persistence and new possibilities. So I'm also going to clarify. But we're going to start with the 10 of crystals. So this is your current energy, and it says stability and attainment. This alligator looks like he is on the prowl. He's ready to go after and attain what he wants. He's getting in deep, and he looks a little bit mischievous, looks a little bit like he's going after something that he really truly does want. This isn't some fickle desire. This is the way I want my life to be kind of a energy. Like, this alligator is not playing. So let's see what else. What is this alligator? What is this alligator? What? What? I can't believe I just said that. What is this little alligator? Like, what is he going after? Like, clarify this alligator's energy. Okay, the 6 of Cups. Again, this is like looking to the past for the emotional resonance of what you want. I like this. This is about like kind of going through your past with a fine-tooth comb. That was like a tongue twister. I'm so sorry. Going through your past with a fine-tooth comb and uncovering all these harmoniously emotional, fulfilling moments. And what were the catalysts for those? What was I doing? What was I feeling? Who was I with? What were their qualities, like we already talked about? So I feel like, again, you're just really on the hunt for those things. And I feel like even with the 10 of crystals being here, yes, this could talk about romance with the 6 of cups and things like that, looking on your past loves for inspo, but also the proudest moments that you had, the times that you felt very successful and accomplished and that you really did something on your own and you felt proud of yourself. I'm getting a sense like that too, like those kinds of moments as well. With the Page of Wands, let's see, this is like what the events, energies, and emotions. So I feel like you're going to be in this energy of like a mad scientist, just like working on something, just really excited by a new prospect, a new project, something like that. Clarify this Page of Wands for Aries, please. That's 2. I would only like 1. Clarify. Oh, again 2. Okay. What is... Okay, thank you. We have the 7 of Cups. Yeah, I feel like this is you almost like getting excited about a lot of different areas of your life. I feel like things are just going to be going good. I feel like you're going to be like having money coming in. I feel like you're going to be feeling hopeful about love, or just like really hanging out with your friends a lot, or like getting along with people. Like this looks very like happy and fun and sunshiny. I feel like your emotions are going to be like very open and happy. Like we have this optimistic energy up here as well. We have this enthusiasm here. So I feel like you're gonna, like I said, almost like let go a lot of the emotional weight and baggage and sort of just like float to the top of the pool or something, or to the top of the ocean or whatever it is. Like you're gonna be like buoyant. Is that how you say that? I'm thinking of that. And even we have the 6 of Cups, I'm realizing, as the overall energy for this, and it's here as well. So there's a lot of like emotional harmony coming through here. You're going to be feeling just such a sense of balance and peace in like your emotional waters, you know? So let's see. We also, the Chariot was on the bottom of the deck for this as well. So yeah, it's just implying some sort of movement. We also have a progression from the 6 to the 7 of Cups. This is also a water card. That's a number 7. That's the major arcana. So that's like making me think that you're just going to have a great leap in your own personal growth regarding your emotional self-fulfillment and ability to feel joy. I feel like the magic is going to come back to your emotions, and your emotions are going to start sparking to life, and just in a joyous way. I feel like you spent so much time like combing through your past, like looking at all your dark moments, like with that never-ending story, going through them repetitively. You're going to switch it and start doing it just for the positive ones. It's going to make such an impact on you. We have the Moon. What is the Moon energy? Knight of Pentacles. And this is representing how you're going to feel this week. So I feel that you're going to be able to withstand the fears. You're going to understand that your perception led to certain reactions that you would have. And now that I feel like you're almost going to be able to tone that down a lot and have a lot more emotional control. And this is going to help you stay on track with your goals, because it's, like I said, we already talked about it not weighing you down, but you're also going to be able to like sort of protect yourself from your own inner critic or your own inner voice, your own like inner negativity. I feel like with the moon, I'm getting a sense like that. So I feel like you're going to feel this is just going to feel like very radical for you, and you're going to just get such a boost and like burst of energy that it's just going to like propel you forward so much more. It's going to afford you a sense of freedom that like you're not going to be dependent. You're not going to be dependent even on your old story. I feel like that's something else here. I feel like that was like even a comfort to you. And it's like you are like leaving your comfort zone, and like you're allowing yourself to open up to these new possibilities here. This Five of Crystals, I feel like you've like almost in a way kept yourself in that energy, even though like it's like you kind of left the place a while ago. Your consciousness was still there, and it's like your consciousness is having a big shift here, with your emotional self at the helm, like really like swirling around and bubbling to the surface. I really feel like this is going to shift you so majorly. Okay, and let's see, what is this? One more clarification with the Five of Crystals. Knight of Wands. Yeah, again, we're going from this Knight of Pentacles to this Knight of Wands. We also have a Knight of Cups here. There's a lot of movement going on here. Again, the backbone of the shift is the Knight of Cups. And I feel like this is what's happening like in your consciousness, like we were talking about, but I feel like all areas of life will be impacted. Again, going back to that feeling of like all different parts of your life like working in tandem to like overall just get these. It's like putting oil on like a rusty door jamb, I guess, or a wheel, because I think wheels like are denoting movement here. So like something, it's just like all of a sudden starts going. I'm getting a sense like that, like, and it feels refreshed and rejuvenated from the oil. Like, remember how like the Tin Man, that's kind of reminding me. Yes, the Tin Man. Yes. Even this guy looks like he's wearing so much armor. It's like someone's gonna come in with some oil, and then you can start like moving again, like something. It's like, like you just got like shook yourself back to life or something. It's a beautiful energy. So I really like enjoy, like I'm really enjoying being in this energy. So let's get some last couple of fun few things. Just see what, whoa, sorry. Okay. See what else we can get. What are like the tones for the week coming up for Aries? We have Gemini, the butterfly, curious, communicative, versatile, flexible, variety-seeking, social, collaborative, brilliant, perceptive, connected, vocal, adaptive, street smart, mobile, studious, superficial, restless, and fidgety. Yeah, like things are going to be going. Gemini is fast energy, and it is denoting that change. And then we have Pluto, transformation, renewal, inner resources, basic instinct, motivation, personal power, evolution, composting, cycles, death, rebirth, subversion, suspicion, obsession, intensity, reckoning, taboos, clearing, and extremes. Yeah, there's just like a major clearing that's just going to propel you forward. We've been talking about this. I feel like, again, you're just going to be feeling very good about yourself. There's this bombshell energy, a very sensual energy coming in, a very tactile kind of an energy where you're hands-on this week. Like you're really like, it might be also a week for some self-love. It is that Venus retrograde, and it really is a time to like nurture yourself, nourish your skin, nourish your soul by like meditating or doing some Reiki stuff, or going to get a massage, or even doing some like scalp massages or something like that. I feel like it's a great time for it. What else? I'm so sorry. Okay, I'd like this to be as aesthetically pleasing as possible. So, what else for this week? Anything else that Aries needs to know? What are the main themes of this week, Spirit? We have 1818. And, ooh, 8888. I love it. 1221 on the bottom of the deck. We're going to read these out quickly. We have 1818, willpower, achievement, success, striving forward, prosperity, go-getters, courage, and luck. Wow, significant events are on the cards for you. Yes, you will progress in your endeavors and gain new experiences. The right people and resources will be put on your path. An excellent proposal or change is coming up. You're destined for greatness. Yes, absolutely love this. And then we have 8888, personal power, material and spiritual abundance, wealth, resources, force, balance, confidence, material gain, epic romance. Epic romance, that was one phrase, sorry. All that is good and pleasant in your life will multiply. Oh my God, please get in this vibe, because then this is going to happen. It's like really confirming it. Angels are sending the number to reassure you of the prosperity and well-being ahead. Please just like let that sink in. It's coming. Your surroundings will treat you with admiration and respect. Use it for the greater good. I love this energy so much. Let's see. Any advice or questions we can ask ourselves this week? Any growth or healing that we can do? Any advice we need? I'm also going to grab tea leaves if you want at the end for any like additional signs from your angels or anything like that. So what is the advice for Aries? What does Aries need to hear? What does Aries want to keep in mind this week going ahead? Okay. We have, do I believe I am worthy, and do I know all my strengths, and am I using them? And this is, again, reminding me of that honeycomb kind of a vibe. So is that. Those feathers have like little holes. So I feel like, again, this belongs in this reading. You are worthy, you are deserving, you are loved. Start seeing the divine beauty within you and go out and claim the life you have dreamt up. Your crown has been bought and paid for. Put it on your head and wear it. Maya Angelou. I love that. For a big goal or dream you have, ask yourself, do I feel worthy of this? Today's mantra, I am worthy of it all. Yes, like, this is beautiful. And then this one was, do I know all my strengths, and am I using them? We all have superpowers, but it's up to us to uncover them. When we live and lead with our strengths, we are able to show up in the zone of genius. This inspires others to do the same. Today's soul action. Ask yourself, how can I use one of my soul's gifts today to contribute to this open and ready world? That's kind of like that beehive honey production. So like, how are you going to contribute to the world? What is your honey that you're trying to share with people? I don't know. I don't want to like say anything gross. All right. So let's get some of these for any like additional signs or advice from your angels. We have nest. An emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. So again, trying to hone in on those times that you felt very emotionally secure, safe, happy, loved, and nurtured. I feel like maybe this is just giving you a clue to like, yeah, hone in on those family memories, or I don't know, like, yeah, I feel like, I guess that's all I'm getting from that. Boat, money or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. So there's also this energy of eggs, a boat, a nest. If you see like a nest, even like we were talking about beehives, but like nests I feel like are kind of like a similar like resting place or workplace. I don't know, like I feel like we had that castle energy as well. So I feel like there's a lot of focus on like the sanctuaries that you create for yourself, as well as the vessels moving forward, because we had that chariot earlier on the bottom of the deck, which is like a water energy as well. So any other signs, advice, anything, candle, you will be shown the way. I feel like the advice is just to relax and enjoy the ride and just keep following your joy, and like let that be like the only thing that's like guiding you kind of. like what makes you feel good about yourself, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So whatever you've been doing and working towards, like, I feel like Spirit's like, yes, this is it. If you feel like you have an idea, if you feel like you know something, you feel like have a feeling about something, like go with that. Because I feel like there's a lot of like sunshine in here. Bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. Okay, so bridges, arrows, feathers. I feel like I was really noticing these feathers. I think these are all signs that, especially like the bridge and the boat, it's like, it's kind of getting from two different pieces of land. So I feel like your emotions, like, okay, it's like, say as land is representing of like material things, like the boat, or I'm sorry, the water is representing, the water is representing like how you get there by like changing your emotions, like changing your emotional landscape. Like the body of water is how you get there. Like the vessel is kind of like being propelled by your emotions, and also the wind, like your thoughts. Your boat is almost like your fire energy, your motivation to like get across like to the next that other piece of land, like that next material upgrade or that material thing that you do want. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like with the bridge, same thing, except it's a car. So car going over a bridge. I guess the car's engine could represent like your fire energy. And this is more so a focus on thought, I would say. But like your thoughts and your emotions are going to get you there in the way that you think about the past and the way you feel about yourself. So make sure they're good ones. Guys, have a great week. Make sure you like lock in and really focus on everything you want. And I feel like things are just going to go so good for you. And I'm so excited. So bye, guys.